Good day, sir. We are the Group 6 reporters. Our assigned topic to discuss is all about perfect computation.
So, before we proceed, we would like to introduce ourselves. First, I am Rochian Verdelaso Bacalso.
I am Judy Lindy Perez. And I am Jean Mabras.
So, as we have said earlier, our assigned topic is perfect computation. So, perfect computation is a market structure in which there are a large number of buyers and sellers, all selling a homogeneous product. Homogeneous products are products that are identical in terms of quality, features, and functionality. In a perfectly competitive market, no individual buyer or seller has any market power, meaning that they cannot influence the market price. So, homogeneous product is that are identical in terms of quality, features, and functionality. For example is ang onion, 'di ba? Pag onion is onion, and then pag sibuyas is sibuyas. So kibali identical jud siya kung anong gibaligya sa pikas kibali for example Bombay nya Bombay pod sa imo. So same siya og quality, features, and functionality. Pag ang Bombay nagipalit sa market is ang purpose niya is sa pag kuan sa tinola, the same way sab sa uban kung saan nila paggamit mo ng homogeneous products are identical in terms of quality, features, and functionality. So, in a perfectly competitive market, no individual buyer or seller has any market power, meaning that they cannot influence the market price. For example, ang buyer dili siya makabuot og presyo sa mga palitonon as well as ang supplier sab kundili ang sa market price is ang government. Kung unsay gimando sa government nga dapat kana nga product is nagkantidad og 200 pesos, mao ra jud to ang ilahang presyo sa mga mamalita. So, there are characteristics of perfect competition. First is large number of buyers and sellers. So, daghanay buyers, daghan po'y sellers. There are so many buyers and sellers that no individual buyer or seller has any market power. For example, magpalit kag 10 kilos of Bombay. There are no significant impact pag mupalit ka og ingon ato kadaghan. It's either na lang sa imo kung mabaligya nimo tog og mahurot to nimo baligya or dili. Mura for example no is dili na siya makahatag og impact sa imuhang gipalitan kundi sa imuhan ng pangkaugalingon. So second is homogeneous product. All sellers are selling the same identical product. So pag mo adto ka og meat shop, so understandable jud nga karne ang naa didto. Pag moadto pud ka og vegetable store, gulay pud ang imong makuha dito. So pag gulay is gulay, pag karne is karne, mo na siya ang identical product. So third is price takers. Buyers and sellers take the market price as given. They cannot influence the market price by selling more or less of the product. So, ang nagdidikta sa price takers is actually the prevailing market price. So, if the entire Mindanao, ang mando sa government sa mga suppliers is 100 ang kilo sa Bombay. And if dili pud ka pwede makabaligya or hindi mo pwede malaro na 120 pa nimo or 150 pa nimo kay pag mahal ang imuha ang mga buyers sa lain na mo palit. So, pag unsa to'y sa gimando sa government, mo na lang sabto ang imuhang dawaton, mo na ang gitawag ang naa sa perfect competition, gitawag sila price takers. Kay kung unsa to'y kuan sa government, mo na lang sab ilaha. Kaysa naman sa malata ang imuha mga product, so mas maayo na lang tong makaginansya ka gamay, bahala gamay, at least nahalinan ka. So the fourth is free entry and exit. There are no barriers to entry or exit to the market. Any firm can enter or exit the market at any time. For example, ani is ang mga tendera sa palengke. Naara sa ila kung kanusa sila mo display og mga baligya nila og darapod sa ila kung dili. Kanang marag nabita kay freedom nga magbuot para sa imong kaugalingon kung kanusa ka ganahan magbaligya o kanusa apod ka ganahan dili magbaligya. So last is perfect knowledge. All buyers and sellers have perfect knowledge of the market, including the market price and the availability of the product. So, alam na mga buyers and sellers mo kung ganto ang palitan sa market. Pag walang supply ng bigas or mais, kasi hindi tag mais. Pag wala po'y for example avocado, so it means nga dili pod ting avocado. Sa market price sab, pag for example sa ako pag kabalo ko nga mahal magbaligya ang kana nga sellers, dili ko dito magpalitan, mangita ko og mga sellers or stores nga mas barato. There are two examples of perfect competition: the agricultural markets and the stock market. Agricultural markets such as the wheat market are often close to perfectly competitive. There are a large of buyers and sellers of wheat and the product is homogeneous. Kaning wheat is kanang harina. Daghay buyers and sellers sa harina kay kanisab siya na product is homogeneous. Homogeneous means identical or magkatulad lang bitaw gihapon. It's either na lang kung unsa nga klase nga harina ang imong paliton. It's either first class, third class, second class nga harina. The second example is stock market. The stock market is also close to perfectly competitive. There are a large number of buyers and sellers of stocks, and the information about stock is publicly available. Perfect competition has a number of benefits, including economic efficiency. Perfect competition leads to the allocation of resources to their most efficient use. This is because firms in perfectly competitive markets are forced to produce the goods and services that consumers want and at the lowest possible cost. Second benefits is low prices. Perfect competition leads to lower prices for consumers. This is because firms in perfectly competitive markets are constantly competing with each other to lower their prices in order to attract more customers. The last one is innovation. Perfect competition encourages firms to innovate and develop new products and services. This is because firms in perfectly competitive markets are constantly looking for ways to differentiate themselves from their competitors and attract more customers. So, conclusion. Perfect competition is a theoretical market structure that is difficult to find in the real world. However, many markets are close to perfectly competitive. Perfect competition has a number of benefits, including economic efficiency, low prices, and innovation. Additional notes. It is important to note that perfect competition is a theoretical ideal. In the real world, there are always some imperfections in markets. For example, there may be a small number of buyers or sellers, the product may not be perfectly homogeneous, or there may be barriers to entry or exit, However, even markets that are not perfectly competitive can benefit from some of the benefits of perfect competitions, such as lower prices and innovation. And that would be all. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I'm the next reporter of Group 6. This is my assigned topic, the entry and exit decision in the long run. In the long run, firms will respond the profit through a process of entry, where existing firms expand output and new firms enter the market. So, conversely, firms will react to losses in the long run through the process of exit, in which existing firms reduce output or cease production altogether. So, ang long run daw sa entry and exit decision is ang company firms na nag-respond sa profit or kita sa pamamagitan ng usa ka proseso sa entry. So, where existing firms expand output and new firms enter the market, ang kabaliktaran niya is ang firms will mag-react sa pagkalugi sa taas na panahon o through the process of exit, in which existing firms reduce output or cease production altogether. So, kung asa daw ang umiral na kampanya is motong bawasan og output or ihunong ang production altogether. So next is how entry and exit lead to zero profit in the long run. In turn, a shift in supply for the market as a whole will affect the market price. Entry and exit to and from the market are the driving forces behind the process that, in the long run, pushes the price down the maximum average total cost so that all firms are earning zero profit. And also how entry and exit lead to zero profit in the long run is economic profit is zero in the long run because of the entry of new firms, which drives down the market price. For an uncompetitive market, economic profit can be positive. So, para makakuha kag zero profit in a long term, is kailangan daw is dili ka makipagkompetensya sa lain market or kailangan nimo paubsan ang imuhang price sa imuhang negosyo or sa imuhang company para makakuha kag zero profit. So, uncompetitive market can earn positive profit due to barriers to entry, market power of the firms, and the general lack of competitive. So, dapat dili ka magpagkompetensya sa lain nga market para makakuha ka og positive profit. So next is the long run adjustment and industry types. So whenever there are expansion in industry, cost of production for the existing and new firms could either stay the same, increase, and even decrease. So there are the three categories of industry. First is the constant cost industry. Whenever there is an increase in market demand and price, then the supply curve shifts to the right with new firms entry and stops at the point where the new long-run equilibrium interest at the same market price as before. So whenever there is an increase sa market or demand price, then ang supply curve is malahi siya og into right kung gikan siya sa left is mabali siya sa right, mabalhin siya into right according to equilibrium interest at the same market price and as before. So next is, or the second one is for an increasing cost industry. As the market expands, the old and new firms experience increasing in their cost of production which makes the new zero profit level interest at the higher price than before. Their companies may have to deal with new limited inputs such as scale labor as the demand for these workers rise, and this increases the cost of production for all firms, since these are the last category industry for the decreasing cost industry. So, as the market expands, the old and new firms experience the lower cost of production, which makes the zero profit level interest at the lower price than before. In this case, the industry and all the firms in it are experiencing falling average total cost. This can be due to an improvement in technology in the entire industry or an increase in the education of employees. High-tech industries may be a good example of a decreasing cost market. So that's all for my assigned topic. Thank you.
So good day, I am the last reporter of Group 6. My topic is efficiency in perfectly competitive markets. Productive efficiency means producing without waste so that the choice is on the production possibility frontier. In the long run, in a perfectly competitive market, because of the process of entry and exit, the price in the market is equal to the maximum of the long run average cost curve. Sa pangmatagalan, sa isang perpektong mapagkumpetensyang merkado dahil sa presyo ng pagpasok at paglabas, ang presyo sa merkado ay katumbas ng pagbaba ng pangmatagalang average cost curve. When profit maximizing firms in perfectly competitive markets combine with utility maximizing customers, something remarkable happens. Productive efficiency means producing without waste so that the choice is on the production possibility frontier. In the long run, in a perfectly competitive market, because of the process of entry and exit, the price in the market is equal the maximum in the long run average cost curve. In other words, firms produce and sell goods on lowest possible average cost. Kapag ang kumpanyang nagpapalaki ng tubo sa mga merkado na may perpektong mapagkumpetensya ay pinagsama sa mga mamimili, at dahil sa proseso ng pagpasok at paglabas, ang presyo sa merkado ay katumbas ng pinakamababa ng pangmatagalan. When perfectly competitive firms maximize their profits by producing the quantity where P equals MC, they also assure that the benefits to consumers of what they are buying, as measured by the price they are willing to pay, is equal to the cost to society of producing the marginal units, as measured by the marginal cost the firm must pay, and those that allocative efficiency holds. We should view the statements that a perfectly competitive market in the long run will feature both productive and allocative efficiency with a degree of skepticism about its truth. Remember, economics are using the concept of efficiency in a particular and specific sense, not as a synonym for desirable in every way. For one thing, consumers' ability to pay reflects the income distribution in particular society. Thus, a homeless person may have no ability to pay for housing because he or she has insufficient income. Ang allocative efficiency ay dapat nating tingnan ang mga pahayag na ang isang ganap na mapagkumpintensyang merkado sa katagalan ay magtatampok ng parehong produktibo. Tandaan, ginagamit ng mga ekonomista ang konsepto ng kahusayan sa isang partikular na tiyak na kahulugan, hindi bilang kasing kahulugan ng kanais-nais sa lahat ng paraan. Sa isang bagay, ang kakayahan ng mga mamimili na magbayad ay sumasalamin sa pamamahagi ng kita sa isang partikular na lipunan. Kaya ang isang taong walang tirahan ay maaring walang kakayahang magbayad para sa pabahay dahil siya ay walang sapat na kita. And that's all. Thank you.